Officials from Uganda Human Rights Commission have appeared before the Parliamentary Committee on Statutory Authorities and State Enterprises to answer queries in the Auditor General's report for financial year 2022-2023. According to the accounting officer, Uganda Human Rights Commission, the Commission asked for 78 billion shillings and was told to reduce, and asked for 54 billion but were allocated 20 billion, hence finding gap of 34 billion shillings. The director, Legal Uganda Human Rights Commission, said they require 5 million shillings to handle each complaint at the tribunal.
And you get 99% of the releases and you utilize the money. Yet you remain with over 1,500 cases, partially and pending. That one means that either there is poor budgeting internally.
It requires money. It requires witness refunds to both our complainants and their witnesses, and also the expert witnesses that we summon. So still, we cannot be able to conduct a session here in Kampala because it also has costs.
Member of Parliament Dr. Batuwa wanted officials to explain if they ask for money to perform their mandate of hearing cases or requisition money to pay for their salaries.
That you were left with only 400 million and you split it into three, an activity that used 100 million and the other two activities used 150 million each. So I got worried that you're not budgeting to run activities which are mandated to you by the Constitution.
Over the years, the Commission has faced challenges of lack of quorum caused by expiration of contracts of members and death of some members of the Commission. The Uganda Human Rights Commission is the constitutional body which has been affected most by death of commissioners over the years.
Member of Parliament Itungo Nathan inquired about the transport refund for witnesses. His interest was on Bobi Wine and Dr. Kizza Besigye.
Money you gave to Kyagulanyi or Dr. Besigye, would you give me that voucher? Yes or no?
No.
The rules of the game are for a refund for witnesses. Why didn't you refund the witnesses of Dr. Kizza Besigye and Honorable Kyagulanyi?
Also looking at the documents to see whether they are fully aware that money meant to be a refund for Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi was actually sent back to Bank of Uganda. Unfortunately, the documents don't speak so. So we want to know exactly where this money is.
Members of Parliament tried to divert the debate to issues of arrest of MPs, and Sewanyana also talked about Wangadia's misinformation to the press about their treat in prison, which the chair guided that all those issues were not relevant to the debate at hand.
Out of prison, to the media, she reported that we were very okay, we were just pinched, but up to now, my colleague, Honorable Segirinya, is fighting for life in Nairobi. So there is now evidence that because of their poor budgeting method, they now attribute it to some members of Parliament that must lobby to have increased the budget, which some of the members of Parliament are now in prison, and because that's evidence.
Honorable member raised matters of this committee, raised matters which are not only sub judice but are prejudicial. I think we should really focus on the report.
I would also guide that we avoid any matter that is prejudicial, because this committee will not be prejudiced or even be prejudiced with regard to issues relating to our colleagues.
A question that challenged the Human Rights Commission chairperson to respond to was whether she said her commissioners go on duty armed.
I have no answer.
Incidentally, they must have an answer. Is it true you say some of your commissioners enter commission meetings with guns? It's a yes or no. That one I will not protect you.
The question is unfair.
No, it is a fair question.
Mr. Chair, you've now
Wait.
the character.
No.
I just want to appeal to her to respect this committee. This is not the Human Rights Commission that she chairs.
You are trying to give Madam Mwangadia is as if she is so special, different from others.
Officials were told to return to the committee on Friday with relevant documents. I'm Navka Farida and Gloria Ngwetabinji at Parliament.